Hi everyone, welcome back to Linger Longer with Books. My name's Catherine, and in this week's video I'm going to be chatting through some bookish bargains and book mail. Here are the things I'm going to be talking about, so I'll just take them one by one. That makes most sense to me. I've got a nice cup of coffee on the go. I hope you've got a nice drink as you watch this video as well. But yesterday I headed to the market town of Romsey in Hampshire. Hampshire is the county where I live, and I had a hair appointment of all things. And for those of you not familiar with Romsey, it's a beautiful market town. It's kind of got a really pretty square. It's very historic, has Romsey Abbey and just beautiful buildings all around, and lots of lovely independent shops and quite a few charity shops. So I was having a look around those in and around my appointment. I made sure that I had time to go beforehand and afterwards as well. But one of the best secondhand bookshops that I have found is in Romsey, and that is Oxfam Books. Oxfam, I think, tends to be one of the best charity bookshops anyway, definitely in the area that I live. There's a great one in Winchester that I enjoy going to every time. But the Romsey shop was the first place that I headed once I'd parked up. So I found two books there, and I'll just go through them. Again, it wasn't intentionally looking to buy any books as such. I was looking around, and these two just seemed too good to not bring home with me. So the first up is a Jasper Fforde called The Fourth Bear. This was £2.49. You can see from the sticker there. Jasper Fforde is an author that I have been collecting over, I don't know, the last 5 or 6 years maybe, and you can see probably if I move my head quite a few of them. Where's my finger there? Quite a few of them there. The only Jasper Fforde I have read so far is The Air Affair, which I think is the first in the series. I'm going to have a look at what this one, I'm just going to have a look at where this fits in with Jasper's writing. Also by Jasper Fforde, it says the Nursery Crime series, The Big Over Easy, Thursday Next series. So that's the one where the first book is The Air Affair. Lost in a Good Book, The Well of Lost Plot, Something Rotten, and First Among Sequels. So this particular book is all about the gingerbread man, psychopath, genius, convicted murderer, and biscuit is loose on the streets of Reading. That just sounds really playful, as is all of Jasper's writing. And I haven't seen this before in a secondhand shop, so I just scooped it up. I'll try and insert a photo here, but there are actually two copies of this particular book side by side, and I ended up picking one that didn't have such a faded spine. It's not a cracked spine, it's in good condition. It's just a tiny little bit of the corners bent previously, and it is a little bit kind of yellowed, but it was I felt it was the best of the two copies. Weirdly, the other copy was 20p cheaper, but there we go. So I was chuffed to find that one. Again, like I said, I've never seen that in shops of it, like new bookshops or secondhand bookshops. So happy to own that one, and that will join my Jasper collection there, and I will make sure I read it. I'm sure it'll be very, very enjoyable. And the next was in sort of in the shop at the back where the non-fiction and music and records were and other items like that. There was kind of a low hanging underneath all the main the bookcases. There was this sort of tilted, I guess, how do I describe it? Trays, quite deep display trays, part of the display. But they were full of books, and it was just a sale. I think most of them were 99p or just very, very reduced beyond the great prices anyway. So I picked up, and again, I think it was the colour of the spine that attracted me to this one. As you can see, it's Airframe by Michael Crichton. Michael is famed the world over for the Jurassic Park novel, just one that springs to mind. And this struck me because it's quite a strange or peculiar hardback size. It's shorter than normal. It's an old copy, as I can see. Sorry, Michael, but you're older than that now. This was 99p, and I thought, oh, let me pick this up. And I read the inside sleeve, and it says, the twin jet plane en route to Denver from Hong Kong is merely a green radar blip half an hour off the California coast when the call comes through to air traffic control. It says SoCal approach. This is Trans-Pacific 545. We have an emergency. The pilot requests priority clearance to land. Then comes the bombshell. He needs 40 ambulances on the runway. But nothing prepares the rescue workers for the carnage they witness when they enter the plane. So that sounds like a really gripping plot, as is all of Michael's novels, and many have been adapted for the big screen. There was one with Michael L. Jackson, Samuel L. Jackson, wasn't there, about monkeys, a monkey virus, I think. But anyway, when was this published? Let me have a look. Again, it's quite a squat hardback to have in your hand. It's quite a nice size, probably the equivalent of like a mass trade paperback, mass market. This edition published 1997, copyright 1996, so wow, 30 years ago. So probably quite dated in some of its references, but fun nonetheless. So yeah, 99p, £2.49. So what's that? Under £3.48, is that right? So 2 books under £3.50, absolute bargains. Really happy with those. Again, wasn't planning to buy books. I was looking for books that either copies from my book club or series that I'm collecting. So that one counts, I guess, like I said. But anyway, I also picked up some other bits outside of Romsey on my way home. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you will know by this point that I love stationery, bookish stationery and the like. I have my book journal that I have shared on this channel that I am keeping up to date, and I will feature in a future video. I was thinking of doing videos on my sort of journal updates maybe every 3 or 4 months through the year, just so you can see how it's being filled out and how it's going. But there's a store quite close to me called The Range. It's a chain store here in England. I'm not sure if it's through the UK, but The Range has a sort of homeware, home decor, stationery, arts and crafts, those sorts of things for people to buy. And I do find that their sticker collection is usually very good. So I went upstairs where that section is, and I found some more of my floral kind of I guess they can be vertical or horizontal in my book journal, but I didn't want to run out because they've got very specific colours, and I like using these stickers to represent sort of seasonal. So the paler would be maybe springtime, that might be summer. This to me is quite autumnal, getting on for sort of late summer and autumn. So I picked up 3 new sheets of those just to not run out. I know I'm mad because I have a serious stash of stickers. That's not easy to say, and I haven't had my coffee yet, so well done me. But they're just £1 a pack, so I was really happy to stock up on those. And I also picked up a 4th sheet, and that was for 99p, and these are all ice lollies and ice creams for summertime. So I use those for my book journal as well as my calendar that I have on my fridge here at home, just to make the pages a little bit more colourful and just not having only writing on them. So yeah, those 4 obviously cost me £4. So yeah, chuffed with those as well. And then last but by no means least, we're going to open this piece of book mail. It has come from Michael Penguin Joseph. Thank you very much. Very kind of you to send me book mail. I have my scissors at the ready, although I do need to buy a new pair because these are awful. They're really blunt, so I have to add that to my shopping list. And they've taped this up really well, which I always appreciate. And we do notice the sturdiness of the boxes, don't we? But I do think receiving items from publishers and publicists is always lovely. Let me just hack. I'm going to have to hack into this box. Seriously, look, it is well and truly. Bear with me. I might just, oh, here we go. Right, I think I'm in. I'm just going to have to, right, okay, pink stuff. Let's see, where is the, oh, let me just, let's see. I'm going to pull some of this out. I can see a book. First up, we have some lovely popcorn. Perfect. I might sneak that into the movies later. I'm off to see The Bride with Christian Bale and Jessie Buckley and other amazing actors in it. Really looking forward to that. I think it's based on Frankenstein and set in 1920s. So it's kind of hailed as murder, mayhem and romance, which is like a perfect combination for me personally. Okay, I have received a copy of Gillian McAllister's That Night, and it says read before you watch. That Night is coming to Netflix on 13th of March. When's that? Is that really coming up? The date is the 8th today as I film this. I'm filming this on Sunday. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I love Gillian's books. I have just read her very latest novel, which is out on the 9th of April here in the UK, called Caller Unknown, and I am going to film my thoughts on it before they all evaporate out of my mind, and I will post that on publication day on the 9th of April, like I said. But this, I didn't realise there was a new Netflix series coming out, so that's exciting. And I just think, a side note, I think it's great that so many authors are achieving like amazing success with their novels being adapted for TV series, and I hope you agree as well. I've not long watched Alice Feeney's His and Hers. There's been Catherine Ryan Howard's 56 Days that I'm yet to watch. So it's just brilliant. I know it takes a lot of years, a lot of thought and planning and production to even kind of get the book, the rights sold to make it onto TV or film. And it is a long process, often years. So it's great to see the books that we love, like this one, coming to TV. So, and we can just stream them for as long as our bookish hearts want. So that's brilliant. But there you go. That is, I am now covered in pink stuff. It's everywhere, which is a nice problem to have. But I will wrap the video up here. I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's been a little bit of a roundup chat, but yeah, I just hope you're all doing really well. And as I pop this back in, because otherwise my cat Shelby might be tempted to try to eat any bits of this paper, I wanted to show you, just before I sign off, where is it, what I'm currently reading, because I'd love to know in the comments what you're reading at the moment. Be really nice to know what you enjoy reading, what your sort of normal tastes are. We don't often kind of have that two-way conversation, so it'd be really nice to know if you want to let me know in the comments. So I'm reading Agatha Christie's London at the moment by Tina Hodgkinson. I was sent this by the publishers, the History Press. I'm really grateful to them for sending me a copy. And this is a look all about Agatha Christie and how London influenced her life, not only as a writer, but as a woman. I'm learning, I'm sort of, where am I, 75 pages in at the moment, and had not appreciated, in being a fan of hers for like 30 years now, how many houses she owned in London, how many locations inspired her writing and actually are kind of directly referenced in her books, but may sort of partly changed as well. And this is just fascinating. Like, I really appreciate learning new things about authors, especially when it's your favourite author, as Agatha is mine. So I'm really enjoying that one. I am seeing Tina, I've got the rest to read, by next Wednesday, I think the 18th, because I'm going up to London to see Tina speak at the London Archives about this book, and I think that they will have a few artefacts on display relating and celebrating Agatha's literary career and her life connected to London. So I'm really looking forward to that one, and I'm hoping while I'm there, I'm staying overnight Wednesday and I have Thursday there. I'm hoping that I can get to go to the new, although not new now, the new book bar, which is in Chelsea. I've been to the first book bar location a few years ago now. It felt like in COVID times, maybe. So I'm hoping I can go there, and then I'm off to see a matinee performance of Shadowlands featuring Hugh Bonneville and, is it Maggie Stiff? I hope I've said that right. Hugh Bonneville, known for many films and other things, but Paddington and Downton Abbey. And Maggie, I really enjoyed her acting in I think it was the HBO series Billions with Damian Lewis and Paul Giamatti. So Shadowlands itself has got a bookish connection because it is I think it charts some of the life of, is it C.S. Lewis? I could be wrong. Is it? I can't Google it. It might not be C.S. Lewis. Oh no, I could be wrong. But a 20th century author. Anyway, it's hailed as a brilliant play to watch. So I'm seeing that in the matinee. Correct me if I'm wrong. I will pop it in the comments myself if I find out the author. But yeah, it's an author of that ilk and of that time, so forgive me. But yes, I'm really looking forward to that. The author's name's just gone completely out of my head when I've gone to talk about it. But anyway, I hope you're all doing really well this week, and as I said, I hope you've got a good book on the go, as I have. This is written in quite a straightforward, factual way, but it's really engaging, so I think that I will whiz through the rest of this. But yeah, I shall sign off here, and I hope you're all doing well. Leave me an emoji, actually. I nearly forgot, didn't I? Sometimes I do. If you've watched this far, leave me an emoji of some description. What should we do? Let's do, for London, let's do something London or England related, maybe the UK flag or something, the Union Jack. Let's do something related to that if you want to leave me that in the comments as well when you pop in what you're currently reading. But yes, I shall basically see you in next week's video, and until then, take care and bye. Thank you.